Our corporate trade, our guest is with us, Irfan Razak, Chairman and Managing Director, Prestige Estates. Mr. Razak, thanks so much for joining us. Well, reason for worry in your part of the world in the real estate space appears to be the accumulation of inventory in the city of Bengaluru. How much is the inventory accumulation and what may be the impact on real estate prices?
Good morning. Actually, if you really look at it on the ready stock, completed product, there's hardly any inventory in the market. It's only inventory that is under production. Now that depends on what type of product and what size of launch that happens and when the actual delivery has to happen. So if you really ask me, on ground, in reality, there's absolutely no stress. Things are going on, business is as usual. In fact, even this quarter, July, August have been very good. We did the pre-launch of our project called Prestige Sunrise Park. We've sold more than 1,000 units there. But all these are large developments, and each development will be about 2,000, 2,500 units. So what happens, even if I've sold half of it, there will be the other half to be sold over a period of 3 to 4 years. It's not that that inventory has to get consumed in day one. So really on ground ready stock inventory, I think not only with Prestige but with any developer, there's hardly anything. And
now, Mr. Razak, actually,
just a perception that is being floated around.
Okay, let me just read out what I got from an Edelweiss report. They say that Bengaluru, they're more worried about inventory in Mumbai and NCR, but they say the Bengaluru inventory has risen from 23 months to 31 months, and therefore they expect that in the current year a 5% cut in real estate prices is possible.
I really honestly don't know where they get these figures and the statistics from. And as I told you, if if a Prestige launch is say 5 developments of 1,500 units each, that's 7,500 units. And this 7,500 units has to get produced between 3 to 4 years. Now that doesn't mean to say that there's that much inventory in the market. So, and then another thing about this perception about getting the price cut, I just don't know how a price can ever go down compared to the input cost that is rising every day. Government taxes are rising every day, and land prices are going up. The only way that probably any correction can happen or will benefit anyone is in case the land price corrects itself, and I don't see that happening in the near future.
Yeah, Mr. Razak, morning. But have you seen a bit of cut in inquiries for projects, and the deal flow? Have you seen a bit of slowdown over the last 3 months on that account, sir?
See, now that's, as I said, now again, that's a perception. What happens is, of the last 1 week or so, every newspaper is being talking about, like this morning, there was a one full-page article in Times of India covering all cities in the country, talking about real estate getting slowed down, realty prices may correct itself, and it says Mumbai will not, nothing will happen, Bangalore is okay, but the other cities there could be some correction. But you see, this sort of a talk automatically prevents anybody who wants to buy a home from taking that decision. So it is actually, it's like a drumming that happens. Hey, don't, it's like you're advertising, don't buy. So if you advertise, don't buy, people are going to think twice. But if you ask me, real estate is not a perishable commodity. It's not ice cream that will melt and you have to throw it off. Real estate is the only asset that doesn't depreciate. I've been in this business last 30 years. And there could be a little, sluggishness, there could be a little blip here and there, but at the end of the day, that's the only asset that somebody can leave it as an asset to their children, grandchildren, and get huge returns over it. Buyers, not only talking about children, grandchildren, buyers who bought from me 3 years ago, 4 years ago, have benefited multiple times, and we are in the business of asset creation and creation of wealth. There's no way anybody who commits to buy a home in whichever market, good or bad, will lose money.
Yeah, Mr. Razak, the other point is what's been happening to rentals, because that's also a sizable chunk of your business.
See, rentals are on course. In fact, the good news is there has been a pretty strong leasing that is happening in spite of what is being talked about. A lot of companies are increasing their intake, especially this quarter has been very good for us at Prestige. We have closed out several large transactions, close to 1 million square feet, which is there. And if you're asking me on the rate of rental itself, now what's happening is slowly the supply is disappearing. This is another contradiction in the lease market. Moment there's a talk about too much supply, people don't stop producing. If you stop producing and the current supply gets consumed, supply starts diminishing, and with that the rent again goes up. There are very few players in the rental market. The supply is not that great, and I believe new supply is not coming in at all. At the end of the day, at the end of 2 years or 3 years, we will be running into a shortage.
Okay, just a final number from you, Mr. Razak. What's your pre-sales for Q2 likely to look, and what's the total area you might have sold out only in Q2?
Yeah, now, as we've already reported, our Q1 sales at about 1,300 odd crores, including the landowner share. And I believe that Q2 also will be pretty much online. And I can't talk about Q3 and Q4, but we've lined up some good launches, which I believe will give us a good gearing. But that's only, I don't have a crystal ball, it's only time will tell. But Q2 has been in line with what we've done in Q1. So I think we're pretty much, that's why I'm talking so confidently. I believe things are quite good on ground.
Fair enough. We'll leave it at that. Thank you very much for joining us, Mr. Razak, with your thoughts.
Thank you.
Clearly, it is not that sales are declining yet, but there is still a bit of a worry on inventory pile-up.